Welcome to Attention Central Texas. I'm Pat Galanffy, your host, and we have with us today the founder and executive director of New Life Village. Her name is Isa Banks. Welcome, Isa. It is so good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to hear about this ministry. I was doing my own little research before I came, and it was just an amazing vision you have, and I would love for you to share more about what New Life Village is and how you actually got kind of involved and became the founder.
Yes, so it's definitely a God thing. I've been a realtor since 2015, and in 2020 I bought 30 acres of land in Killeen. Such a God move. It was a steal, and I said, Lord, how can I give back to you with this land? I knew that it was for my family and legacy, but I didn't want it to be just for my benefit.
Right.
So I spent many months kind of searching and trying to find out what it was. I thought about maybe pastors' retreats. I thought of different things. It wasn't until 2023 with the chaos of COVID and everything, it kind of took a back burner. And I was on social media scrolling. Another realtor posted something about tiny homes for her RV park, which is now Joy RV. And she said, oh man, I want to build these. Tina Capito from Garden of Hope, whom I know and have volunteered there before, commented stating, that would be so great for youth aging out of foster care. And my heart skipped. I had no idea what she was talking about. I'm not going to even pretend. I had no clue.
But your spirit did.
But my spirit did. And I private messaged her and I said, hey, let's go to lunch. I need to hear more about these kids. So we sat down in Barnes & Noble. This was February 7th of 2023.
Okay.
And she broke it down, lots of scary words. I have no history in social work. I have a degree in biology, and I was a realtor, and I served in the military. That is my experience. Other than having 5 kids of my own, no experience with foster care.
Right.
And she broke it down, and I heard it, and with every word that she said, even though there was all these numbers and contracts and government and hurdles, all I heard was the lives of people. And I'm trying not to get emotional because I just transported back to that moment. And I went home and I told my husband, I'm starting a nonprofit and we're going to help youth aging out of foster care. And for 7 days, God kept me awake at night, researching how to start the 501c3, literally all of the legal paperwork. And in 7 days, I had applied, filed for, and started everything. I had a response within 3 days. So needless to say, February 23 of 2023, New Life Village was born.
Praise God.
Yes.
Awesome. And so, and I know what you mean when you say it's like this, when you hear it, you know you've heard it.
Yes.
And so you can't really just not do something. So then you already had the land.
Yes.
And then what was the next step?
The next step was the research and prayer, lots of prayer. And honestly, it was like I would go to pray, but God was already talking to me before I went to pray. It was something just pouring to my spirit where it pushed all fear and uncertainty aside. And I even got a particular vision of where it would be located on the land, and that's where we'd broken ground.
Right.
And all of it coming to life, and who to call to join the board too. The people that God just assigned, and people have come and go since then, but every one of them was meant to be there in that season at that time. And really, the next part of it was to raise funds to build it, right?
Right.
Whether it was through grants or private funding. But in the process, before 2023 was over, we had 2 young ladies under our care.
Wow.
We have not built the community. It's a very expensive undertaking.
Sure.
But we have built facilities and have raised funds. But since then, we've helped over 20 youth.
Wow.
And some
you really haven't even laid a lot of the groundwork yet.
Exactly. And
the
God has
need was
blessed
there,
us.
even though you weren't quite ready.
Correct. And the need is there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to turn people away because we don't have funding sometimes, and that breaks my heart.
Sure.
We have made great connections with other organizations in other parts of Texas where we can refer them to,
Good.
but not all of them qualify. I will say something that's very unique about us, for people that don't understand, we have the ability to do a government contract or do our own programming. So what's happened is we focus a lot on our own programming, even though we get referrals from CPS and other organizations, because that's the youth that need us the most.
Sure.
These are the kids that fell through the cracks so badly that they don't qualify for extended foster care.
Right.
They don't qualify for government funding. They literally ran away from their group homes because of abuse going on there, and they end up on the streets, and they come to us under different circumstances, and we help them.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I know that there's absolutely a huge need, but in addition to just, well, let me back up. Tell me a little bit about the village first.
Yes.
How is it up and running yet? Is it still in the planning stages? What's it going to look like?
The planning stages are done. We have maps and we have all the graphics online. What we are is in the funding stages for it. We have septic installed, which is a huge part of it. We had to do a commercial septic, engineered, designed to fit 22 homes,
And
essentially.
that's very expensive. Now, these are like 22 tiny homes.
There's 12.
Okay.
But 10 of them will be duplexes.
Oh, okay.
And they're 22 units. And then 2 of the homes are meant for ADA. So 2 of them are individuals, so that's for special needs. So if people have wheelchairs, we do accept youth with special needs within reason. If we have the resources for them, then we accept them.
Okay.
And we wanted those 2 homes to be standalone because we're willing to take in mothers.
Oh, awesome.
With their children. So that's really the purpose of that, which a lot of organizations do not take mothers. I don't know if people know, the mother will be taken into the program and the child will go to some other foster home. And in some cases it's necessary, but in some cases the young mom wants their children and should be with their children.
Right, sure, absolutely. So what kind of statistics are we looking at? I mean, we say it's a big problem, but how many kids are we talking about, like even in Texas?
About 1,200 a year.
1,200 a year.
And
now, when you say age out of foster care, what is that age?
So it's 18.
So once you're 18, you're not allowed to stay with that family as a foster child. And so either you find a place to live and there's really not a lot of resources for them, if I understand correctly?
Correct. So it's a little bit more complicated. Foster care has made some changes in the past few years where they've added extended foster care, but the caseworkers have to apply for these youth to do it. They have to meet certain criteria, and a lot of them don't meet it. So I'm going to give you a quick example so that it makes sense. Let's say I'm 15 and I go into foster care because of abuse, neglect that was discovered at 15. That could have been happening since I was 9. This is very common. I go into this home and they're willing to take me as a minor. Extended foster care could be offered to me and maybe I qualify, but this family is not equipped to handle an 18-year-old or older. They don't want to.
Right.
And they then have to be removed.
Sure.
Then they have to be found a group home that's willing to take extended, and there's not many of those.
Right. Okay.
There are some SILs with empty beds right now too. That's the other part, because there's plenty and thousands of kids in need, but they don't qualify.
Okay, all right. So when you find these children, when these kids come to you, and you're actually going to be doing more than just giving them a place to live.
Correct.
There's going to be a lot of training, I'm
Correct.
assuming. Can you give us a quick overview of what y'all are planning on doing?
Yes, very complicated, but let's say they finish high school and they have everything. A lot of them don't. We could give them a job. They could be an internship first. Some of them don't have job skills, so we go with Texas Workforce Commission and get them 300 hours of internship, which means they get paid $14 an hour to learn how to work.
Good.
And we get that. We do transportation, whether we take them or get them a hot pass, depending on where we have them located in the city, because the village isn't built yet. We get them, we move them around. We teach them how to cook if they don't know how to cook, how to clean their apartment if they don't know how to do that. Some of them are in different levels of skills, so that's what it depends on.
Right.
We provide training, and we ask them, what do you want to be? What do you feel called to be in this world?
And
if
help
money and resources were no object, who would you be?
Right.
We have a young lady in college right now going to nursing school. That's
Praise
part of our
God.
program. She wanted to be a nurse.
Praise God.
And she's doing that.
Awesome.
We have
Awesome.
another young lady that wants to be an artist. We're working on that. And we had another one that joined the military. It's not a one-size-fits-all because
Sure. Yeah.
many parts, many bodies.
Yeah.
One body.
That's right. Oh, that's awesome. So tell everybody, where can we reach you? Is there? I'm sure there's a website.
Yes.
Let's talk about information now, because people that would like to come alongside, I'm assuming you have volunteers, open positions available.
Yes.
Especially though, people that want to come alongside and financially help this thing.
Absolutely.
Because I think if they even went on the internet right now and looked at some of the statistics, most of us would be shocked.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was like 7 out of 10 girls, once they leave foster care, end up just finding themselves on the street, end up pregnant. I mean, it's very sad.
Yes.
So we need to bring something together for this generation.
Yes.
So tell us about your website, what's on it, and how we can stay in touch with you.
Yes, so it's newlifevillagectx.org, and you can reach us there. My phone number is on the site. It's literally my direct phone number.
Okay.
My email address is there. There's also a way you can message directly and chat through the website.
Great.
You can also go to Facebook link, Instagram link. We have all of it in there, and our events are at the bottom of the page. If the events on Facebook are usually the most up to date. But we need volunteers in every area.
Sure.
We have a headquarters in downtown Killeen. We could do a whole episode of what God has done for us.
I'm sure.
And in that headquarters, we have a coffee shop where we do a lot of training. So just coming to have coffee with us and pray with us, that's a blessing to us. Coming to our events, we have events weekly. Participating, mentoring. We need a lot of godly mentors. That's what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Just good, solid people that can come into the lives and side by side with these youth and speak life into them.
Somebody to talk to.
Speak life into them.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so many things. Whatever gift you have. I was just mentioning upstairs, I have a lady that comes and bakes twice a week, and we sell her baked goods. Anything you can do, quilts, clothing, just help us clean the building so we don't have to pay somebody to clean the building.
Sure.
Anything.
Yeah.
We accept any help, any donation of any kind.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I know I know on the website, if the people want to go to that website, there's pictures of the future village. It looks absolutely precious. I know it's going to be a place that these young girls just really feel safe and loved and accepted.
Yes.
And I think that's some of the things that they have missed growing up.
Yeah.
So I appreciate so much what you're doing, and if there's, like you said, you can go to newlifevillagectx.org if you need information. I'll even tell you her phone number, although it's probably on your screen. It's 254-383-5428. So I encourage you to go check out that website and ask Holy Spirit if you're one of those people that needs to come alongside Isa and help her with this amazing, amazing opportunity to basically seed into the next generation. So we thank you today for joining us. God bless you, and don't forget to jump on that website and check Isa out. Thank you again. God bless you.